No, it's
ate the
somewhere.
dogs
I
and the
don't know where I
cats.
saw it. Was it in TikTok or somewhere? And somebody,
Yeah.
they eat cats, they eat dogs. He created a song with this. It was a
Okay.
very nice even song. They eat the cats, they eat the
Oh my
dogs,
God,
they eat the pets.
that's too funny. Now, but a flood, or as you were calling it earlier, it's a flood.
Flood. It's
Flood,
flood.
flood. So yeah, yeah, we actually try to speak a little English in America. Not much, but the little bit we do. Um,
Flood.
yeah. The debate was hysterical when he
But
kept talking about I'm going to eat they eat
it's
dogs and cats, and then they corrected him and go, no, nobody has that.
oh, not now. I'm I'm starting cooperation with a Polish company
Oh, okay.
about
Congratulations. Hopefully they spell everything
thanks.
correct. So, hey, look, it's the
Don't
star of the
worry.
show. There she is,
Oh,
everybody.
Can you
hello.
hear me?
Yeah,
I
the
bought a
whole
Yes.
new
world can
shitty
hear
mic.
you.
Okay.
No, it's we
Look
can
at
hear you very
you.
well.
Yeah, we
It's
hear
not.
you
I
like
bought
you're
a new
sitting next
wireless
to us.
mic, but I think it sounds like
No,
crap,
I
but we'll
think it's
see.
better
I
than
was
you
trying to
think.
Yeah, it sounds really
Okay,
good.
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
You
all
sound
four
the
of the
It
fans
was
best.
are giving
five
you the thumbs up.
it was $5 on Temu, so I was like, well,
Oh,
China,
wow.
let's see.
All right.
Oh my
Hey, if
God.
you're buying Timu is like that's if you're spending money on Timu, that's exciting.
Yeah, but it's working, and
I know.
It sounds great.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
the question is
Yeah.
how long it's going to work.
Well, I was just going to say,
I
we'll make
know,
it
I
through the whole
know.
It's
show.
like 20 minutes,
I charged it
and then
up.
you replace
I have
everyone.
a backup. We're good. We're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Cool.
Vicky's like, I'm good. I've got it all. Well, guys, we're about to start
Oh,
the
you
show
guys,
on
seriously.
Imagine
I mean,
Okay,
I've
Nation.
had
so
like
so we're
2 hours of
sending
sleep. So
Really?
again.
yes, I know.
You know, Vicky's a busy woman. Like she has lots of
I know.
dates.
I just have insomnia. I can't fall asleep until
Yeah,
late, and then I have to
Really?
get up and
it's
Start your
something
um
life.
else.
yeah.
Oh, well, your life is here now. Congratulations. Pretty soon you're going to be in Korea, where you'll be the tallest person.
Right, and then my sleep schedule will be correct because I'll be sleeping, at night
When you're supposed
instead
to
of
be, yeah, that
yeah.
would be cool. And
So
you may make the show once in a while from Korea,
yes.
which will be good. So I'm
Are
excited.
we?
So
Are we?
wait,
Are we?
we
Go
haven't
ahead.
we haven't done the intro yet. We're just riffing right now.
I was gonna say. I
You're
see it.
recording.
Yeah. Hey, people like the
Sneaky.
rifting, and then we start the show, and they like it too. But I find that, like we were
He's
just talking about
recording
Trump.
without telling us that he's recording.
Yeah, I'm just like the
And
government.
it's going
That's
to
all.
be in the show. All this
Hello,
bullshit.
FBI.
They're gonna know a real character, and then they're not gonna come anymore.
They're going to come. Vicky
Oh
just told
well.
me
They're
she was
gonna come
coming, and I told her,
for a real
don't
character.
rush. So just trying to help you, Vicky. So listen,
And but
yeah, right. And listen, we talked about Love Island last week. Come on, and you're going with your brother, so
that's
let's
true.
not. That's true. But the good thing is this
I'm
week,
so excited.
no duck lips. So I'm very excited.
Yay, Burt's Bees.
First piece, yes,
Yeah,
the one that destroyed me and
pay
the
a
one
lot of
that
money
fixed
for
me.
that.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Well, yeah, they're going to be a sponsor, I think, right after the lawsuit. So, hey, should we start the show
Right.
for the fan? For the fan, should we start the
Nah.
show for the fan? All right. Hey, we have
Do
4
it.
minutes technically, but we can start. So we'll start now. All right,
Let's do
here
it.
we go. Here, let's say hello to the star. There she is. Okay.
Hello,
Here's
Star.
the other star. There we go. All right. All
And
the
the galaxy.
all the egos are now in check. So now we can start.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
We are here. We are live.
Hello.
Hello,
Again.
everybody. Says hello. Yes.
Hello again.
I forgot to hit the button
For the
that sent it
second
out to
time.
everybody.
Steven,
All right. Yes,
is
I'm here.
it flood or flood?
Adam's told me he's going to talk about a flood, and I was like,
Yeah,
"You mean a flood? A flood? It's
there's a big
flood.
flood in Central Europe, in Poland, Czech Republic, and Austria, and my places in Poland are hit there. And
Where,
they've
Oh
where
been
in
yeah.
Poland though? Like Warsaw or where?
no. It's Lower Silesia in
Oh,
Poland. That
okay.
means
Well,
that
that's because
it's
you're in the Lower Silesia.
south
Sure.
southwest,
Oh wow.
and the water is coming. There was one city totally. I mean, the 2-3 meters water,
Wow.
all the first
And
floor
here's what's really funny.
vanished.
It's not in the news anywhere. Like I read the Financial Times, the Journal, and the New
Mm.
York Times this morning. Nothing about the Polish floods.
Yeah, and yeah, also
Wow.
In Greece, just a little, but it's a big, very big flood
Well,
there.
sure. In Poland,
A
I'm
lot
sure,
of,
because yeah. All right. Well,
in general, there is a lot of problems. Now I was listening about LA fires. It's
that's
all
okay. Nobody
around.
nobody
Mhm.
likes LA. It's okay. If LA goes away,
Oh,
we're
come
good.
on,
It's no big deal.
millions and
It's
millions of
fine.
people there. It's all around city. I
Wait.
mean,
Let's discuss. Who's really in LA? Did you watch the Emmys last night? I didn't. That's who's in LA. Actors.
I didn't either.
Really? They're not like
no,
as
they're
Nathan
not
Lane
even
as
there.
Nathan Lane said in
Actors and 10 million more.
in the producers. Have you actors aren't people? Have you ever eaten with one? I agree with Nathan. So yeah, if LA
I
burns,
have
it's not the
eaten with
worst thing.
actors. I have
Huh?
eaten.
I've
Yes.
never. I don't think they eat. I ate with a model once. She had a piece of lettuce and she was full. So
I did a shoot with Tyra Banks once when I lived in LA, and she. Ooh,
Ooh,
can I say this? No one
yes, you can.
listens.
Yeah.
But she
Wow.
she had a cup. She had like a one of those red cups. What do you call them? Like a solo cup in her
Yeah.
lap, and we were doing a commercial. I can't remember what it was for, but she had to eat a burger.
Yeah.
And after every take, she'd eat her burger,
would
and after
spit.
every take, she'd spit it
She
out
had a
in her
spit
cup.
cup.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
most
for the burger
actors
because she
when they
couldn't
do
eat anything.
when they do a food scene, though, they have a spit bucket or a spit cup because they have to do so many takes.
Yes.
They couldn't like
Yeah.
eat and eat and eat. But I don't know if you
Yeah.
may be too young for this, and Adam's not going to know who this guy is. But Mean Joe Green, who played for the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the '70s.
Oh
Vicky's
yeah,
only
I've
like
seen that
25.
video.
Okay, where
Yeah,
he
I've
does
seen
the
the
Coca-Cola,
the
the
Coke
Coca-Cola
thing.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he drank. I read this article. He drank 25 bottles of Coca-Cola to do that
Good for
take.
him.
Yeah, and
He
I'm
would have been
like, dude,
jacked after that.
I mean, like,
Ding, ding,
like
ding, ding.
that was when cocaine. That's when I think they still had cocaine in it. It was good Coke. But anyway, so that was really good of Coca-Cola. So that has nothing to do with imagination. So yeah, so you did. That's not Vicky worked with Tyra Banks. So I rest my case. So if
Oh, I gotta
Hollywood
remember
burns
that.
down, would you miss? Is there anybody? You gonna miss
No.
anybody there?
I remember Malibu was on fire when I lived there, and I went out shopping, and it was like snowing. There was so much ash in the air that it was like
Yeah.
fluttering around. It looked like snow,
Oh wow.
and I was like, "Oh, this can't be
Yeah.
good for my lungs." But yeah, it is bad.
It's not.
It's not Adam. Adam's a doctor. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not.
like
No.
it's not. You're gonna die.
It doesn't
but
look
thanks for
good to
sharing.
your
Yeah.
lungs.
As
You
he
can
smokes a
smell it.
cigarette.
You can smell it that it's not good to your lungs.
You know what's really funny? The first time we ever had to go to Russia for a deal was when the Norwegian volcano exploded, and I remember it
Oh, there was some
grounded
Norwegian
flights. I didn't even know there was a Norwegian. But when it exploded, it grounded all the flights for like 3 or 4 days because of the ash in the air, and I thought that was very
ash.
interesting. When Mount St. Helena, of course, went up, nothing happened. Everyone's like, "Oh, big deal." But the Norwegian one
Look,
apparently was more important.
in the past, the volcanoes, did real damage to the crops and everything, for months maybe.
Look at Pompeii. Killed
Hawaii?
everything.
Well, Pompeii was, I mean, they were just living by the
destroyed.
volcano. Same happened to the Thera, Santorini.
You got to
But
know.
this one gave them warnings, a lot of warnings, so they actually left the island.
And came
But in
back.
Pompeii, it was. I saw a video somewhere that it was, the hours that started in the morning, and by the afternoon there was no city. It was covered by the ash and everything. So much ash.
Wow.
So
That's
it burned
crazy.
people out.
We flew over a volcano on our way to Bali once. I mean, I'm talking like on a commercial airline. And the pilot's like, "Oh, and if you look over here," and he's dipping the plane to the right a little bit. He goes, "You can see the whatever active volcano." I'm thinking to myself, maybe we shouldn't be flying over an active volcano in a plane. I'm just thinking, I'm not a pilot or anything. But I'm like, is it maybe not a good thing? I'm just thinking.
Well, if it explodes at that moment and it's a big explosion, it might have problem. But generally, I mean, what you were. Well, it depends. It's not that easy, It's not
I don't know.
that they
I don't know any
explode every
volcanoes
day.
personally. Only when you sacrifice a virgin in them, I understand. That's when they explode. That's when they go. That's why
No, that
Vicky's
keeps
going to
them from
Korea.
exploding.
Oh,
That
keeps them
keeps them from
exploding.
exploding. You
Okay.
have to, you have to pacify the
The
gods in
volcano
there.
gods. All right, very cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
So
when we
now
run out of virgins, we're in trouble.
I don't think there's that problem. So with the kids today, they're all virgins until they're like 40. So
No, you think
Vicky's
so?
True. It's all virtual sex.
Vicky's a virgin. She's never been with a farm animal, so she's a virgin. So there you go.
Oh, ooh, no, it's too early for me to even. I can't today.
Talk.
I can't wait till she's in Korea and she's more awake.
Coffee. I
when
have my first PSL of the season. My pumpkin spice latte. I'm mainlining these now.
Did you go to Starbucks and get that?
No. It's Trader Joe's has a concentrate jug thing you can buy, and yeah. So
Oh, you see,
pumpkin spice.
Wow.
he's
Very
got
good,
a
very good.
Japanese coffee.
Why can't you could buy a whole bunch of it and just have it year out?
I do. I make a run like once a year, and I load up and lasts about 6 months. You can't.
Okay.
It's not special if it's not in the season. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to have Halloween candy for Easter. You got to go by the seasons. That's what makes the seasons fun. Is you look forward to the next seasonal thing, right? Yeah. No.
I don't. Yeah.
Adam?
No, yeah.
I don't know.
Seasonal things, seasonal foods, seasonal holidays, seasonal whatever. It's like, oh, I'm so excited. There's corn on the cob for summer and Christmas cookies. Oh, when I go to Korea,
I don't follow those so much.
Oh, so
when you go to Korea,
they have these fish buns only in the winter.
God.
They have these. They sell roasted chestnuts like it's some Victorian shit. And they have the little machine and they roast chestnuts you can have right there, or like these fish buns, which is like pancake batter in these old-fashioned iron molds, and they pour it in there and they squeeze a red bun or a red bean or like custard in it, and they slap it together, and it's all like charcoal on the edges and everything, and it's melting the bag you get it in, and it's like 20 degrees outside and you're eating your hot buns.
Now, is it real or did you use imagination as a topic here? You made
real.
up all this. It's real?
It sounds really good.
I can remember it. Well, no, that's a memory. That's not imagination.
And what, they eat it like when?
When is it? Is this a Christmas bun type of thing?
It's a winter thing. Okay.
Because
So it's like a little virgin. Yeah, it's like it's in your imagination that you'll have a virgin. It's the same thing.
What's up with the virgin, Stephen? Well,
we talked about volcanoes, and now I'm thinking that we have to go get a bunch of virgins.
How do you connect volcanoes with virgins?
Because isn't that like the mythical lore? Is that to appease the volcano gods, you throw a virgin into the volcano? Yeah. Well, we could throw David into the volcano then. You throw like a David into the volcano, and it saves the world.
David is in the volcano islands right now.
He's in the Canary
Islands.
Yeah.
Let's hope doesn't explode. But I think those don't explode anymore right now.
But if it did, and he did it live, can you imagine the ratings? See, he's got to learn to take one for the team. Like when there's a tsunami or something, I don't know why he just doesn't get in the car and just drive to it, and we do it live. And he can be in the car, and his car will just go with the waves, and he could be in it. It'd be very cool.
Are you addicted to catastrophes? I don't know.
Well, I'm with the Illuminati lizard people. Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
We like that
say
stuff.
anything.
Yeah.
So those things you don't say, you act like you are like.
Oh no, I love everybody. Bullshit. Anyway, the world's a great place. So, all right. So we're going to talk about imagination today. So what are we?
Yes, the only good nation is imagination. That's sometimes I read on the walls.
I've never. What walls are you reading on, my friend?
I don't know what walls come across me. I don't choose them. They choose me.
Interesting.
But it's
reminds me of the song, Gene Wilder song. The from not is it Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I always get the ones the old one and the new one. I get them confused. The title, but the Gene Wilder Imagination song.
No.
It's Willy Wonka. Is it Willy Wonka? The old one?
Willy Wonka. It's just Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the brand new one, and they have an imagination song. And Johnny Depp one, I don't think had an imagination song, but the Gene Wilder I think did.
Gene Wilder.
I like
the classic. Come
the
with
Gene
me and we'll be
Wilder
in a
is
world.
number one. Is the number one chart is the number one Willy Wonka for me, and then the one that just came out with whatever is the second one, and then the Johnny Depp is my third one because
Johnny
I
Depp.
thought he played Willy Wonka.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Johnny as an actor, but only in certain roles. Some roles, like Willy Wonka, was interesting, but just I don't know.
He was good in the very old movies. Now I
It
don't
depends
know.
which movie. You know what movie was underrated, and I really liked him in The Tourist with Angelina Jolie.
And Depp,
Mm,
Johnny Depp.
yeah.
Johnny Depp, and Angelina Jolie. It was
That
a movie called
was
The Tourist. It was a very good movie. I enjoyed it, but they panned it, and I'm like, why? This is a good movie. Why are you panning this movie? This is a great movie.
Mm.
So
I loved him
you
in
know,
Chocolat. He's so good.
Oh, I love the chocolate and chocolate. Yeah.
well, a movie that he played, and there was a lot of imagination because he used to cooperate with Tim Burton.
Yes.
And,
He had
Edward
this
Scissorhands. Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands. Yeah. That was a good movie.
This was a lot of imagination in the movie.
Yeah.
But what would imagination is one of the aspects of the human psyche that or property that what we would do with that imagination. I mean, we use it everywhere. We use it in science. We do, because to do science you need imagination. In every activity of your life you need imagination.
But don't you think people imagine every day?
They
Like they look at a
all the
cloud
time.
and they go, "Oh, the cloud looks like a dog or an elephant." That's kind of imagination.
Well, yeah, but what is it? What is the imagination? How would you express it to somebody? I mean, an alien comes and you say, "Oh, I've got imagination." What is
this?
There's
an imagination right there.
So that he understands. He says to you, "Tell me if I'm 10-year-old. What is imagination?"
That's a very good question. Imagination is just something you make up, right? That you dream of. I think. Vicky, how do you think of imagination?
You see how hard it is to express what imagination is?
Well, after enough scotches, I can see pink elephants, so it doesn't matter. But so what do you think imagination is, Vicky?
That's a good question. I guess. I know we got the topic early and I still didn't think about defining it. I mean, I guess to me it's something that your mind is capable of creating its own reality. But then again, reality only exists in your mind, right, Adam? It's not, its perception is you create whatever your own reality is. I guess it's part of creation. Like the first step of creation is imagination. So I would say that's like the seed.
Oh, I think you need it all the time. I mean, when you work, when you have an idea, for example, like Lynch was saying that the director, that you don't create ideas, you fish them. So they are all around somewhere and you fish them.
Here's Merriam-Webster's. Here's Merriam-Webster's thing.
But you need imagination in every aspect of your life. I mean, if you're an artist, you need imagination to start creating. But when you create, you also use imagination. What if it's something that you do with your mind? It's a property of the mind, as you said. So it's a mind state. You can touch it. You can smell it. You can show me your imagination. You can show me. You can show me the outcome of something that you've imagined, but then you put also your logic to express it into something that is material, probably, or something that is visible that somebody else can see. But even that, it doesn't explain the imagination. That's an outcome.
Wait. Here, I've got two definitions for you. Here's two definitions of imagination: the act or power of forming a mental image of something not present to the senses or has never been wholly perceived in reality. Or imagination is the process of developing theories and ideas based on the function of the mind through a creative division, drawing an actual perception. Imagination employs inaccurate conditions, processes that engage both semantic and episode memories to generate new or related ideas. There you go. That's the definitions of imagination.
Yeah, but is it because is it the imagination of everybody's? It cannot be accessed by somebody else. So are we talking about a total different world than the one objectively we're living in, or it's one world and just part of it are like locked into itself, like we have, like our dreams, because the dreams are actually imagination also of the mind,
Correct.
of the subconscious, at least how I'm perceiving it. And it's in use during some moments of your sleep when you don't control anything.
Right.
What do you control actually? Just part of the dream. You're just part of the but first. Okay, you're the protagonist, but it doesn't mean anything. You're experiencing things that you don't know what you will experience.
Right.
And but the same happens when you can put your mind into something, because for example, when I'm working on on an artwork, I put my mind into it, so I'm focusing on this. But what kind of ideas and imagination will be used, I don't know actually. So so are we talking about imagination? Is it something different? Is it a different world than the one that it's trying to express into material, or is it a world actually?
Would
What
you
do you
say there's a
think?
difference between imagination and creation then? Or when
No,
you're
I
creating
think they are
something, are you
connected.
imagination? Okay.
Yes.
For me, everything is connected. I don't separate those worlds. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. That there has to be one world.
Okay.
Even this world, my world, my imagination cannot be accessed by you, and the other way around. I cannot access Vicky's imagination. In fact,
We don't
she
want
cannot
to.
access her own imagination. It just comes like a surprise.
like a
But
flood.
you're putting your mind into a way. You are
Right.
putting, oh, I go this way, but this way is very wide. You
Right.
don't know what kind of ideas you will fish, as Lynch was
Okay.
saying.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
we're
think
talking
It's
about
kind
a
of like you.
property. We're talking about a
Yeah.
property that it's look, I don't know if other animals have, they probably do have, but probably not that rich as we have. And this is because of our brain, our processing mechanism. Because
Yeah, but
the brain
octopuses and
is,
dolphins are smarter than we are, so they probably have a better imagination.
well, we have to define what is smarter than other, because for sure we are more advanced, because we have created those kind of cities and civilizations, and we change the
But
civilization all the time.
you're both artists. So let me ask you this question. So when you're creating something, are you creating or are you using your imagination to create?
Yeah, but what's different? I mean,
I
creating
don't know.
is, look, those are
I think.
concepts. We are trying to strip down the concepts into more objective things so that we can all understand.
Right.
You need both.
Yeah.
Creation is the act, is a whole act of the creating. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
even when you
It
haven't
starts with.
started painting, you already are painting in a way in your mind with your imagination, because I'm thinking about doing this artwork which will be about a face which will show, I don't know, happiness, part of it happiness, half of it not happiness, sadness. And in the same picture, you see, I'm already using my imagination. In the same picture, I will try to portray the happiness with different style, and the sad one with different style, different colors and shapes. You see, this is imagination, but I've already put myself into a road, and then ideas come and I take them and throw them. But those create imagination. This is the process of imagination, of coming up with things, but it's already started the creating process. It's already you're already creating. Now, if you, of course, don't put it into something material so others can objectively see it, even if it's digital, it's still material, because you will perceive it with your sense, with your eyes, for example. So it's material. If I can see it, it's kind of material. Either if it's LEDs, if it's photons, doesn't matter, but it's material.
Okay. Vicky?
It means, yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. I just was thinking, like, for me, like, I get blocked a lot of time if I don't have an inspiration first. Like, something has to spark that. So I think, like, inspiration is the seed, and then that sets off my imagination. And then I start thinking of those things. Like, I have to have something to spark my imagination. There has to be some kind of like little flame. I don't just, like, do that on my own, really. I can be blocked if I don't have something like that. And then the imagination starts. And then the third part of the process for me would be creation, would be the action verb. So my imagination can just float around in my head and never be manifest in something material, like Adam said, unless there's creation, which is the third part of that formula for me. So I can imagine I could, like you said, go outside and look at clouds, but it's just my imagination. Like you're sort of keeping that muscle going, but it doesn't actually do anything until I manifest it physically through creation. Of something.
Are you really manifesting it though, or are you just drawing it out?
It's the same thing.
I don't know.
No, manifesting. If you look at all these people, I manifested a Porsche. That's much different than I'm gonna like look at something and I'm gonna draw or write about it. I'm not manifesting. I'm actually doing something.
Well, it is the same thing.
It's not gonna happen.
Well, no, I can imagine. No. I mean, all these people, they can imagine.
You can imagine.
Yeah, but so there's a difference between imagining it and then manifestation, because all these people that go, I teach you how to manifest and how to become a billionaire. Right. But you still have to go work. You can imagine being a billionaire, but if you don't go work,
but even the way to go there with practice, you still need imagination in every step. Because you say, I'm gonna do this. You already use imagination. I'm gonna do this and do this because I came with an idea that if I do this, I have more possibilities to become this millionaire or something like that.
Right. But it's not manifestation. It's like I have a dream.
It is.
Somebody else had a dream once too. But you have a dream, and then you start creating and imagining, and you work your way to the dream. You don't really manifest it. You just work. This manifest stuff to me is a bunch of bullshit. Pardon my French, because you can manifest all day and believe it, but if you don't put action towards it, you can't do anything.
But what does manifesting for me? The words.
No, it isn't.
Have you say a word?
You say manifesting. And on LinkedIn and all that crap.
And in my mind,
bullshit.
Comes up. It comes up as imagination. I'm trying to think about the meaning of the word, and for me, manifesting is action.
Okay, but see, your definite manifestation is different than all these, if you will, gurus who go, if you manifest, you'll be. Stop it. You have to work hard. You have to think. You have to be smart. Now, you can have an imagination, and in your mind, you can say, if this happens, I'm going to do blah, 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 blah. But you actually have to make it happen. You just can't sit there and like, it's the old joke where the guy prays every week to God and goes, God, I've manifested and I've imagined winning the Powerball. Oh, God. And every week. And finally, God goes, listen, if you don't buy the ticket, I can't help you. And that when these people talk about manifestation, that's what I think of. That they're all sitting there thinking that some magical spirit is going to come
For
and
me,
drop it in their lap.
Manifestation is the expression. I mean, there is act involved.
Not if you look at these idiots on Instagram and LinkedIn that are all trying to sell a book
aside. They're not.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. If we put them aside, then yes.
Okay. Put them aside.
Well, yeah. Like this. What was the one? Was Secrets? The book Secrets. Please give me a break. I think for those people that have no confidence,
you know what? She manifested money from selling that book. So
she didn't manifest shit. She sold a book and said, "What are people stupid about? Oh, they're stupid about this. I'll write a book on to stupid people because stupid people will buy it because they don't want to work. They want something free for nothing." Huh?
That's a target group.
That's right. Stupid people.
Those people. That's okay.
3 billion people on the planet. Stupid people. I got it. So I'm gonna write a book
but there's a lot of bullshit thing going on, so they can choose from a lot of bullshit things. I mean, there's a big competition there.
Right. No, I get that, but you don't really get a book. If you wrote a book on how to work and how to work hard, think smart, and become a billionaire, no one's buying that book because it starts with must work hard, and smart. You have to do both. And it doesn't mean you have to do physical labor, but you may have to work 100-hour work week. You may have to do this.
That book exists.
Well, yeah, but it exists by all these guys that have no clue anymore. Like Jeff Bezos writing a book is useless because what he forgets to tell you in his book or any of their books, even Musk, is like, one, a lot of luck played part of why they are where they are. And I'm, if you have money, luck is a big thing unless you inherited it from your parents, right? But if you made your own, there was something that happened that you were very lucky, and that luck, you took advantage of it and you moved it forward. In Microsoft's case, them buying their codes
Yeah,
back or
but
whatever
the
for
people
50
don't
grand,
read.
right?
Sometimes they don't read the biographies just to so that they become Jeff Bezos instead of Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
They're actually it's about the topic. When we read books, any kind of books, even biographies, we use imagination. We try to imagine the life of you mean we
I
take
don't. I just read
something
the book.
like kind of
We
a
enjoy
taste
it.
of being or becoming a billionaire, becoming
No.
very.
I just read a book about Winston Churchill and FDR and Eisenhower. Okay. It talks about their relationship. I imagined nothing. I just enjoyed the read. When I read a book, I'm not imagining.
But when you read,
I'm
you
this and that.
imagine what you're reading. It
No. I
happens
just read. I read
by
the words. I'm like,
default.
okay. I mean, no, I don't have it like I don't have a picture in my mind of what's doing. I just read the book. I'm like, oh, it's very cool.
Your
if I
mind
read
makes a picture immediately.
right. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's not an imagination. I don't go, oh, I wish. If I read a
Of
book about
course,
how
it
to
is
be
imagination.
successful or
How
something,
else would it happen? That's
because
why
I'm
I'm
reading
saying
words
that
on
we
a
have
page.
more advanced imagination than any
Okay.
kind of animal because they don't, for example, read books because they cannot manifest what they are reading, for example,
Right.
because it's already an act. It's already an act. I mean, not everything that we think is like
Right.
it's also an act because otherwise you're just doing things without thinking. I mean, okay,
Okay.
subconsciously. Why did you do this? I don't know.
Right.
But this is a wrong thing doing because if you're building a house and you're not thinking,
Right.
then you're not putting, also your imagination, like, but with the data that we have,
Right.
the first earthquake or the flood was going to swipe up your
Flood.
house.
Right. The flood.
Flood.
The flood. The flood. The
Flood is
flood.
going to
I
swipe.
love you. I'm not making fun of you. It's just that before the show we
No,
were
it's
joking
okay.
about it. So
It's cute.
but it is.
That's why I'm telling
As
you that.
cute.
You need this. We are using imagination all the time, and it's a mental stuff. It's a
Yeah,
mental.
but we don't manifest with our manifestation. All right, so if I imagine building a house, I go
We
to an
are. We are
architect,
now.
and the
Now we are.
architect, I go, draw me a blueprint. He draws it. I give it to a general contractor, and he builds my house. I didn't manifest jack. What I did is I paid some guy that went to 14 years of school to draw straight lines, and I go, now I want you to imagine my blah 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 room and this room, and he draws it out, and I give it to someone who builds it. Now the builder isn't manifesting crap; he's actually doing. And then when it's done, if you will, my creation, my dream, my imagination of what my home is going to look like is done, and I had a small part in it. So, but there's no manifestation there because manifestation.
Yeah, there's manifestation, but
look at the
each
definition of manifestation since you're
person,
stuck on it.
exactly.
Look on it. Look and see what that exactly says.
Yeah, because we are.
I think you're
messing
getting
around with
stuck in that
the
word and
notion of manifestation. For me, every kind of expressing something, even if it's inside your head, it's manifestation in a way because it looks like from nothing you're doing something. So it's a manifestation, even if it's inside your head. Because I don't think that this is lost. Nothing is lost. Actually, every thought that you have, I think that it still somehow it's like a process for me. The way that I imagine it, right? And I'm manifesting it already.
So these idiots that are scamming the public are using manifestation all wrong because the manifestation is an act, an event, an action, or an object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially in the theory of any abstract idea. The action or fact of showing an abstract idea. Oh, so these guys are just making up what manifestation is. It's not there. Okay, so manifestation is.
Put that aside. Put it aside.
Okay, so if I put that aside, then theoretically, manifestation and imagination are interchangeable.
Yes.
Okay. Then if I put all the scam crap aside,
yes, in a way, yes, because it's already an act that happens, that's happening. Right. That might also lead later, because not all my ideas and imaginations, they come out as material, as artwork, as look, I'm using as an artwork in my specialty, let's say.
Right.
But we are manifesting things all the time. We are manifesting things right now. People are manifesting their ability to think, to imagine, because imagination comes, and then you also think. Are those the same thing? They are of the same kind because they are mental states. You cannot touch your thoughts. You cannot touch your imagination. They're intertwined. And your manifestation also, when you talk about it right now, because we are imagining, and it's happening very instantly, and then we're saying it out. It's already an act of manifestation.
So wait,
for
let me
me.
give you this next little thing. So this is in my mind, this is the scamming part of manifestation where people buy the books. This is what does it mean when you are manifesting? Oh my God. Manifesting is the idea through the power of belief, you can effectively think a goal into becoming a reality. It is a form of, and so to Vicky's point, I'm glad we read the definition, it is a form of magical thinking, or the need to believe that one's hope and desires can have an effect on how the world turns. So basically,
Yeah,
when someone's
it's
teaching you how
magical.
to,
It's magical when we
right,
speak metaphysically, philosophically, when
right,
you're a materialist. Because how
right,
can material, any kind of material, can
right,
give birth to imagination, which doesn't have any kind of
right.
material?
But
How does
these
it have?
other,
It's
but
magical.
these other people are
This is the
trying to
problem of
manifest,
materialists.
right,
And if you say from the idealist, well, everything is mental, that means
right.
you're already into imagination, into something like
Well,
imagination.
so if you go by the proper definition of manifestation, then you basically just imagining writing a book. I'm also manifesting it because it becomes an abstract idea and I go do it. But the magical,
Right.
really, they shouldn't use manifestation in these books. They should call it what it really is: magical thinking. So it's the make believe. That's what that is. So when they go, you can manifest a Lamborghini. No, that's magical thinking. It's not manifesting. Hard work, smart work, all that you can manifest because according to the definition by Miriam, that's what it becomes. It's like I have an abstract idea. I'm going to
So
make that
you
into a
exclude
reality.
like
Right.
great things without
Manifestation is
too
an
much
art.
hard work. I tell you that there have been many
Yeah.
artworks, really great
Right.
artworks, that happened without much work. I mean, into physical expression, like you are saying, manifestation. But the
Right.
main work has been done here in the mind.
Yes, I
I
agree
mean,
with that.
I had a teacher. He was teaching me kind of painting, and we were talking about mediums, and we were talking about aquarellas, which is a medium that you use water, and this is also a specific medium that he was saying, look, you're gonna let's divide the time for creation, for everything that you
Right.
want to do, and you look at something, divide your time into 10, and
Right.
leave the 9 into looking and thinking, and only 1/10 into doing, because that's
Okay.
the nature of the medium. It dries very fast because on water, but you have to have the image in your mind. So it's got to become your imagination in a way, like copying what you're looking at in a way, and then you become a filter. Your
Right.
imagination is the filter, one of the filters that you have. Then is your thinking, that then you start to, okay, I imagine this way, but then into practice starts thinking. A lot of things are happening,
All right.
but those, look how intertwined is the magical
Right.
with the practical, which is not magical, because you say, but it is magical because you've come to the manifestation as you give the rise to the
Mhm.
world from a thinking that is quite abstract in general. Because what is thinking? We've
Right.
done some shows about thinking. We've
Mhm.
done a lot of shows about that. But I'm trying to point the mental nature of imagination, which is totally mental. There's nothing, you
No, I
cannot touch
agree.
imagination. What is imagination?
Right. I agree with you
What is, we don't
100%.
have, we I mean, the science will
Mhm.
just tell you stories like narratives. We don't have
Right.
a definition. It's mental state.
Right.
That's what it is. You cannot touch it. You can only, as you say, manifest it with work, hard work,
Right.
or not hard work, any kind of work,
But
so that objectify it.
there's a
But you
difference
mean
between
the
creation.
manifestation is the objectifying things,
Yes,
because
I agree with that.
subjectifying things means that I'm having the imagination, a dream, but
Right.
I'm not speaking about it. I'm not making outside, so nobody
Right.
knows,
Right.
only me. But it doesn't matter because you are part of the nature.
Yeah.
Everybody, every one of us.
But I
Even if
think,
you look, most of your life you don't
yeah.
express it, or at least you express it, but nobody's watching.
Right. Right.
You are the watcher. You are the audience of your stuff. The main audience of your life is you yourself, not
Right.
the others. We
Just
do
like
many
here.
things for the others. We do many things, like we go to a plastic cure to take off the wrinkle or the better face, or I don't know, we put Botox and everything,
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
and we experiencing our face in the mirror, but
Yeah.
most of the thing is for the others, so the others can look around, right?
I guess.
But most of our lives, what we
Mhm.
do, It's we go to the toilet, we eat, we are
I
expressing.
go to the restroom. I go to the loo for other people, not for me. I do this.
Or I'm going, look, think about it. You're sitting, working, you're alone.
Yeah.
You are experiencing yourself. You are the audience of what is really going on.
I'm a
But
good
you are
audience,
part
by the
of the
way.
universe. I can see you. If
Yeah.
you were not here, objectively, like
Yeah.
Vicky and Adam is now looking at you. We know that you are here because you look like us. Okay, in a different version,
Do
with
we?
your own, and you have your own reality. But this reality is part of the bigger reality. Where they meet, I don't know. Probably they meet somewhere in a different level of mental state of
Consciousness.
existence.
Yeah.
Probably
Right,
after
so
we die or
so
something
I
like
think
this.
I think we can agree then that creativity or manifestation, creativity and imagination, if you will, are kind of in this bubble here because that produces a final product, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, and it produces a product. Magical thinking, which is all these stupid books that you're going to magically think yourself into being a multi-trillionaire, bullshit. And now, what it may do is give you the self-confidence because now you believe you're going to become a trillionaire. That gives you the self-confidence to do things maybe you would have not normally done, but you're not manifesting it. You are magically thinking it. There is a big difference between creativity, manifestation, and imagination, and then this magical thinking. So the book Secrets isn't about manifestation. It's about magical thinking. And then they've brainwashed the public because the public doesn't know how to read, a dictionary.
Well, you give too many parameters into this. There are so many, because you put a lot, like a judgment, like, oh, I like this, I don't like this. It doesn't matter what we're talking. This is an after. Even judging something is putting imagination into it, because you are, I don't like this psychological reaction from people. That means this, and you're instantly thinking this is stupid action, but you're already judging. This is the next level of imagination and manifestation. This is also manifestation.
Okay, Vicky, what do you got? Vicky's going to say something.
Well, I was thinking, Adam made me think of something that it's like.
Congratulations.
I was thinking about imagination and how it relates to empathy and sympathy. And I think the more you can use your imagination, the better you are at imagining things, the more sympathetic of a person you'll be. Empathy, you have to have that experience to be able to relate to someone. But you can be sympathetic to anyone if you can imagine yourself in their place. And that in turn breeds a kinder, gentler society and world as a whole if you can sympathize with people. And
that's some magical thinking right there.
Well, I don't think it's magical. From my
some
point of
magical
view, it's not magical, because for me, more magical is the manifestation of the reality as material. This is more magical to me, not the mental. I mean, all the mental properties that we have, like imagination, emotion. The thing that Vicky's saying is, the richer imagination you have, the more possibilities you have to imagine yourself being at the shoes of somebody else. That's empathy, actually. This guy is in pain.
Well,
now I can see. Because
empathy is you've already experienced that too. So I can relate to someone who's
I mean, look, sympathy. You don't need to burn yourself knowing that the fire is burning. You have watched other people burning, and you imagine yourself, oh my God, I know what pain is.
That's
because
sympathy,
we know what pain is. Everybody knows.
Actually, that's not really true. And because I was blown up, and 48% of my body was burnt with 3rd and 4th degree. So no, you don't know. You imagine,
you can't imagine,
or you can manifest it. But you have no clue of what that pain is until you really experience it. Because when you burn your little finger on the stove, that's nothing to where you have 3rd and 4th degree. There's 6 degrees of burns, which I didn't know until I got blown up.
Your imagination makes a good job looking at the guy screaming. I mean, oh my God, I'm not gonna do this. Like what he did.
Let me tell you,
if somebody jump into fire and starts and say, do I have to do the same to know what he experienced? I know it's awful. I can see it from.
It's not.
It's a whole
Actually, it was
different.
fun and cool. They give
Yeah,
you
but
lots of
it's
drugs, and yeah.
no.
So
Imagine this thing that I'm talking about. A
yeah,
guy
I got
goes
it.
and runs into fire. You are not
Yeah,
doing okay. He's in pain. You can see it from his
yeah.
reaction. Do you have to do
Uh,
the same to? No, you don't have
yes,
to.
you can't
What?
imagine the
Yes.
pain though. Here's the thing: when people get burnt, you go,
It's
"Oh,
like you're saying, look, I've been into fire. You don't know what this pain is, so you have to
that's
do the
correct."
same. I say, okay, but I'm not
No, you
stupid
don't.
enough. I don't know what
I,
this, but I don't want it. I imagine it that it's
no, I get
something
that. I get
bad.
that.
Something
Let me put it like very
shitty.
good. It
Oh,
is
do
bad.
it.
Pain bad. But here's what when people like when they get little burns or like, oh, I'm like, I look at them, I'm like, really? You get a little burn there? Oh, did it hurt you? I'm thinking when you get a
No, this is
percentage of your
different
body
kind of.
burn, that's a
This is
different, right, right.
different.
So my
Different.
point is that when people go, oh, I can imagine the pain, I'm thinking to myself, you can't
Yeah,
imagine squat because whatever you think you can imagine, it's going to be, especially when I got blown up and the pain was a million times worse than you can ever imagine. And I
it
wouldn't want
doesn't
anybody to
matter.
experience it.
It
Then
it's
you can't
enough.
experience
It's
that.
enough for imagination to not do
I
it.
don't know about that.
You see, that's how
Not really.
imagination also
Not
works. Because
really.
one of the
You
realities of
can kind of
imagination.
think about it, but I mean, you go, I think I know how that feels, but you really don't know. It's like men go, I can imagine what it's like to give birth. No, probably not. Now, when we pass a kidney stone through our penis, then we're like, oh my God. And the woman's like, that's what it's like. Right. So there's a little
Yeah,
difference
but
in there.
we
So
know
you
by
can't
Empathy
default.
versus
imagine.
sympathy.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
one is
But
experience and one
even
is imagination.
and not only this, you have two
That's true.
people
That's
who
no, it's
you
literally
have
the
two people.
difference.
Yeah.
The big differences, and look, you are never going
Right.
to pass to the others exactly what you're thinking or what you're feeling or whatever,
Right.
any kind of pain. You cannot. We only imagine the others or their pain or their sadness or their happiness. We can only
Mhm.
imagine from our experience. We take into granted that we have some kind of
Mhm.
similar perception of the world.
Right.
But
Right.
it's true, we are never going to imagine others, what others are feeling exactly, because we cannot access them, access the internal world,
Right. Right.
which
Right.
is
I agree.
mental.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
but
mental
we are
people.
objectifying. This is the way. That's why we are manifesting. We're expressing things later. Because we say, hey, guy, look, don't do this because I did
Right.
this. And this is a shitty thing to do.
But
And you
that's not
say,
a
why?
manifestation. That's
Because look,
just experience. I don't go, don't manifest an
experience is
explosion.
manifestation in a
Not
way.
really.
Yeah.
No, according to the
What is
definition,
experiences? What
experience
are
is something we've
experiences?
actually done and lived through, and you have an experience of it. Like
Hey, but it's a
I don't know what it's
manifestation of
like to run.
life.
Right, but I don't know what it's like to run a country during World War II. I'll never have that
Those are
experience.
sub things of life, of activities of life.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about very basic. Like
Okay.
everything that you do is kind of manifestation. What kind of manifestation of life?
Okay.
You're
I don't.
manifesting life. Whatever you do,
Yeah.
you're manifesting life. You're playing inside the laws that life has given you in a
Okay.
specific configuration. I mean, you're a human. You can do those things. A dog can do other things.
Right.
But you're manifesting
The lizard people head comes off.
your human experience
Right.
from
Some
your own
experience.
point of view. And
Right.
one of the manifestations
Yeah.
are the things that you imagine.
Okay. I can go with
And
that. I
it
guess.
looks it's not that it's what Vicky was saying about inspiration stuff. It's also imagination, of course. It's
Right. Right.
other kind of manifest, but imagination comes also during the. And even if you finish your artwork, you go and look, and you're an audience to your artwork. And what do you use? Imagination also, and see. I see here. I didn't notice that I was doing this, because subconscious also works all the time.
Right.
You cannot get away with it, even if you're awake. It
Right. Right.
works all the time. That's why you come with ideas, because subconsciously they come, and then they become conscious, and stuff like this. It's all connected so much and so fast. It's all the time. So that's why
Okay.
I'm saying that manifestation is all the time. Even when you sleep, you're manifesting. What you're manifesting?
I don't know if you're
Nature.
manifesting
Nature.
anything. You're sleeping, and you have a subconscious that helps you
You
dream.
are manifesting even when you're sleeping, because
I
you're
don't
doing
think
something. You're doing something. What you're
I'm
doing,
sleeping
you're doing something
in my
of
closet, hanging
what
upside down.
nature.
Manifesting.
Look, you are nature. Everyone is
I'm
nature. You cannot get out of nature. Everything that exists is manifestation of nature.
Well, then if we're going with that hypothesis, then basically we're all part of the absolute.
No, it's you have to
and
take
we're all
this.
energy. No, I got that. Basically, if you're going to look at quantum, now you're going to get into quantum theory, and you're going to get into the absolute, and you're going to get into everybody's energy, and theoretically, then we're all tied together.
But you cannot escape it. You cannot. We
no,
cannot
I agree
escape
with that.
it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think
I am interested. I'm interested into those things because you carry them all the time. It's the only thing that you have actually. You're born, and even before, and even after your death, with these things, the manifestation of nature.
Right.
And
Or
then we use imagination, and we create art, and we're saying what is life all the time. What we're really expressing all the time is what is life. Even through artworks, I
don't think I really ever asked that anymore.
Even through working, that's life. That's life.
But I don't ask that anymore. I don't go, what is life? Life is to be lived. And then when something happens, I'm like, it is what it is.
I agree.
And that's what life is. Life is
but you can go deeper because you can start thinking that, okay, but I'm doing these things. Why the fuck am I doing those things? I like those things. Why do I like them? You see, you start going with your imagination.
Right.
Like you're a shrink or somebody. The shrink needs to use a lot of imagination when he's working with patients.
I thought you read
or any kind of doctor, any kind of work needs to.
Okay.
But imagine the psychiatrist or a psychologist. They need to.
I can't imagine them because I just think they're the dumbest people on the planet. I don't understand why people.
You put some kind of judgment into them. I don't know why they're stupid. Or some are stupid, some are not. Why are you judging those? But she's judging all the time. The stupid is stupid. What's the definition of stupid?
Well, a psychologist.
What, a psychologist stupid? That's stupid to say. That is a stupid thing to say.
I mean, listen.
Every psychiatrist is stupid.
So, listen. Here's how I look at Vicky. What were you going to say? Because I'll go off on a tangent.
Nothing.
Go ahead.
No, nothing. I was just laughing.
Okay. I mean, I get a kick out of people when they say I talk to my psychologist or my shrink or this or that. I'm thinking, if you had friends or a dog, you can talk to them. It'll be the same thing.
Yeah, but the reason they don't have is that they have problems of making friends.
I have a problem. I don't like people either, and I have scotch and cigars and a dog, and they talk to me.
Well, it works for you. It doesn't mean it works for others.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Look,
the only friends I have are you and Vicky.
In one way, you're saying nobody can access my pain. Or when you say pain, it means also any kind of mental activity, like having a good time, like having cigars and sex or whatever.
Whoa. Sex, I go to the orgies.
If something works for you because you're some kind of entity that's different than others, doesn't mean that it works for others.
Yeah, but it's just everybody's wrapped a little different, right? So, like
some are totally
some aren't wrapped at all. I know, right? So,
totally
like my
different.
humor is very Groucho Marx, British Northeastern humor, and some people like it and some people don't. Other people this and that. So it's the same thing. So I think when I have pain, I destroy a third world country. And then when I'm done with that, to feel better, I talk to my dog, I have a scotch and a cigar. But when I'm, and to your point, stressed out, instead of calling a psychologist or ridiculous, I'd rather sit outside and take a 2-hour mini holiday with a cigar and just reflect.
But maybe they've tried and it doesn't work.
Maybe they've never tried it because they say smoking is bad.
Maybe they can. Maybe that's part of the problem.
Maybe they should.
Maybe they have tried and it doesn't work. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know. You don't have.
You're never stressed. Look at you. You smoke away while we're on the show, and you drink a little vino, and you're
doesn't help all the time. Doesn't help all the time. Sometimes you have sometimes you are in a mental state.
Right.
That nothing works.
That's true. I've been in the States before. It's Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan. Those states. Yeah, nothing works there. You're like screwed. Arkansas, it's the worst. Yeah.
Then you try other avenues. And look,
in Arkansas.
Sometimes you need a psychiatrist or psychologist, which might help. It's not sure that they will. Because it also starts with for me with the notion that you want to be helped, that you want somebody to help you, or a psychiatrist, somebody else, anybody, even a friend or somebody.
But back in the day, though, when people go speak to they don't do it today. But back in the day, you would go speak to your clergy, whether it was a priest or a pastor or a rabbi
Yeah,
or
they
a
That's
they
cleric.
worse. At
Is it?
least these people
yeah
are trained medical professionals that can help you with if you've got a
yeah.
chemical imbalance in your brain, they can
Oh, that's
prescribe
true.
you some
They
medication,
were
Well,
saying
that's the
go
people
tell
go
that
we're
you're
too
pray. You
busy.
don't pray.
addicted,
We're
You
too
don't
busy
etc.,
pray
prescribing
enough.
etc.
drugs to people.
You don't pray enough.
I don't
Okay,
pray
but
I'd
I'm
enough.
not
rather have their
atheist, for
drugs
example.
than go to the priest. I'll tell you that
That's
much
true.
right
Yeah.
now.
Especially if you're a little boy, you know what I mean? So, but no, I
Exactly.
mean,
Like, no
but
thanks.
okay, so that maybe clergy is a bad idea, but it's kind of like today for every problem we give drugs, nobody really talks anything out. When I was a kid, it was like every
That's what
kid
they're
should be
doing
on
with their
Ritalin.
psychiatrists, though. Well,
Yeah, that's,
psychologists.
but I'm saying I don't, that's why I don't believe in these professions. Just write them a prescription. No, why don't you actually talk to them and help them? Not everybody as is
They have that.
you know, has an imbalance.
Counselors,
Not everybody is,
psychologists.
whatever. And I'm just like, stop with the drug. Yeah, but most of them give you a drug. Like if you go see a psychologist and told me you're having
Only a
any kind of a feeling,
psychiatrist can give you a drug because they're a medical professional, medical doctor. The
what's
other
a
ones cannot
psychologist
prescribe
then?
medication for you. Psychologists, they can just
Psychologist is
listen to you as a counselor, or they have
Okay.
training in
So you
that
should go
regard, but
there
they
then,
cannot
not a
yeah.
prescribe.
But you
psychiatrist.
need this too. You know,
Yes.
sometimes
Okay.
look. This is also a manifest externalization of
Yeah.
imagination, because this is around the topic that we have also. The
All right.
people that
I love
have
Adam
like
that keeps trying to pull us back to the topic. He's so good at
Imagination,
yeah,
that.
hell,
because
It's like
it's about
you've been
imagination.
way over here, and
Everything.
Adam's like,
yeah. No, but it's true. But it all ties together to your imagination because if
it
if
does.
you imagine that you don't feel good or you need to talk, then you have to go do that, right? So it really does become part of your imagination and guides you,
It's all in your
whether it's
head.
through creativity, your manifestation, whatever you're going to do in your real world. Your imagination, I think, kind of gets you A through Z. Not magical thinking, but the real part of it is get you A through Z, which I agree with them. But yeah, so it's all part of it. So if I go see a psychologist for something, because in my imagination, which is then goes through the rest of my body and my mind,
Yeah,
it's like
and if you have sick
Yeah.
imagination, that means
right.
that you already
Yeah.
that you're imagining bad things all the time.
Yeah.
That's already a problem.
Yes, that's true.
You
I
see,
agree
that's
with
why
that.
you go to those
Those
to the
people.
specialists that they will
Drugs,
try
sure.
to
Right.
explore your sick imagination. Where does it come from? Because it comes
and
from.
and then they write a movie and make a lot of money. So there you go. They write a
Well,
book.
everybody tries to make a lot of money with any kind of. That's the world we're living in.
That's true. That's true. I
That's
like
that's.
this show on imagination. I'm glad we figured out the difference between imagination, manifestation, and magical thinking.
It's part of imagination, imagining that the money will solve all our problems.
Well,
It's
that's true,
also
by the
right
way.
kind of
That's
thinking. It's
true.
kind
Money
of
does solve
imagining.
all your problems. It
If
does.
I had 2 millions, all my problems will be gone. Well,
No, 2 million
you
doesn't
get
do
the
it.
2 millions,
200.
and you have solved a lot of problems, but new
Yeah.
problems were
Depends
alive,
on
like
what
No,
you're
health
looking
there's no new problem.
problems, or
No, no. When you have that kind of money, just so you're aware, we have people that deal with our problems. I have no problems. Everything is good. I have people that deal with my problems. They tell me the end result. And if I don't like that, because we're so rich, we're allowed to take you out back and shoot you like
well,
a
good
little.
luck
And
with this
they
kind
do
of thinking.
that.
Good
It's like
luck.
the penguins in It's
Good
like the
luck
penguins in
thinking that money
Madagascar.
will solve all your problems. Good
Listen,
luck with that.
it's. I don't know if you ever saw
Money
Madagascar
will
when they were in
solve
Monte
some of
Carlo.
the problems and will
All of
amplify
them.
other.
Nah,
Will
there's no problems when
amplify
you have
them.
money. Just remember,
Those which you'll not be able to solve with money, and this is
yes, everything is
the
solved with
trap.
money. Money and
No,
sex. Those are the two
no,
things, and scotch and
no,
cigars.
I
As
don't
the
think so.
penguins in Madagascar
No,
said,
you
when
cannot
you're this
buy
rich, the
real
laws of
friends. You cannot
physics
buy real
don't
love. I mean
apply to
that
you.
you're in love,
You know, who?
etc.,
That's
etc.
I have a dog. That's
So
what you need a
what?
dog for.
Even the dog to love you, I mean, to have
Yeah.
a good relation, you need to have a good spend time. I mean, quality
We
time.
do. We
Not,
spend quality time
hey, dog,
together. I take
take
her
50
everywhere.
euros now and leave me alone. Go
Well,
spend
I
it
do that.
somewhere.
I do that to
Go
her
away
every
and
now and
love
then.
me and love
She's
me.
annoying. I go,
No, the
listen, here's
dog
50
needs
euros.
caress, love,
I
normal
do
love.
that. I pay someone to do that, but it's the same
Well,
thing.
he loves the other one that is being
She
paid.
gives me a kiss every day, right? Right when I pay the other person to give her loves and hugs. It's just the way it
That's
works.
the same with the kids. You can have kids, you're very rich,
Whoa,
and you
whoa,
pay
whoa,
some
whoa!
other people
I
to
have
raise
none
your
of
kids.
those.
Yeah,
I have
okay,
none
they
of
are
those.
raised,
Thank God.
but they
Are
don't
you
have
kidding?
parents. They don't have real love, and then
That's why I don't have
they
any.
develop problems,
Because if I
mental
had them,
problems, because they don't have what they need.
right? But if I had children, they would want me dead because I would be very strict. I would love them.
Now
to the
you
point
use
where they feel,
imagination
boom.
for some kind of projection of the
Oh,
future.
he
Well,
is
I don't know.
imagining it. That's true.
Of
No, no, no,
course.
no, no. I could never
That's
have.
why I tell you that
Listen,
imagination plays a
yeah,
role all the
no,
time.
I agree. I know how I would be as a parent, and if I had a daughter, I would make her like Vicky. She would be a virgin until she's 70 and wear a chastity belt and have like 2 bodyguards with her. That's why Vicky's like, I'm pure. So, but I mean, granted, when she gets divorced, he'll still be her brother. But anyway, but the point of it is that that's the thing. It's like, I know how I am, and I know that I'm selfish, and I know these things about me. So I know what I should and shouldn't do. And I don't need my imagination. I just know me. So there you
Well,
go.
either you don't need imagination. It will come up like this. You don't
Yeah.
control it. If you
I
think you're
know. I just
controlling
imagine.
something,
I just
I
imagine
think
you
you're
there you
imagining things.
go.
You're
There you go.
controlling a tiny part of your life.
Yes, I agree. It's true.
You're trying to control what life gives you, offers you, because you go out.
Right.
Oh, it's raining. Do you control it? You don't control it. There's fluid. Do you control the
Flood,
fluid?
yes, the fluid.
Yeah,
The
or the
fluid.
earth. Yeah, there was a
It
gap of
sounds
1
that way.
second. You
You
didn't
look at it, it
understand the
should be that
flood.
way.
Vicky
Food.
thinks that's the funniest thing. Next week's show, all about food. So there you go. So,
let's
well, guys,
hope
this
the
was a lot
food.
of fun talking about
It's cute.
imagination and manifestation and magical thinking.
Imagination. Imagine
Oh,
all
beautiful.
the
Going.
people.
I do. I imagine the Beatles
Ooh,
making
such a
billions of
good
dollars.
song.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Tito
Yeah.
Jackson died today at 70 years old. For those people
Man.
that remember the Jackson 5, Tito was the guitarist. He died today at 70 years old. So
Oh, Jackson
our
5
our
is the second
yeah,
one, I think.
so our condolences to the Jackson family. Just really quick, I thought I'd throw that out there.
The
He died
second or the
earlier. I guess he
third
died yesterday.
from Jackson's. That
Tito
okay.
Tito was 70 years old. I'm not sure where he is in the lineage, but he passed away today. So I don't know where he was with Michael and Janet and
He has become
Latoya
the
and
universe.
yeah. So now he's part of the absolute with the Michael. There you go.
The imagination of his life
Yeah.
has come to an end.
And
Now,
there you go.
probably
Just like off the show.
he belongs to a
Aw.
different kind of imagination.
He's a different somewhere else. But I just want to let people know we're topical and live. So there you go. Don't do it.
Maybe our lives is imagination of something
It could be. Could you
that we are
imagine if we were just imagining this?
included in. I think
Could
that
you
it
imagine?
might be the case, but in a
I
way
think we're
that
in the
we cannot
Matrix.
understand.
I think we're in a simulation.
Even if
of
we
a
are
simulation
Matrix,
of a
we're
simulation.
imagining all this thing.
Inception.
And
By the way, next week, you know what we should talk about? Not the Big Bang Theory, but there's a new theory called the universal time theory, which is that the universe just goes in circles. We should have that dialogue because that'll make Vicky's brain go, and that'll be fun.
Woohoo!
So.
I can imagine my brain exploding.
Sure you can. Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching on this beautiful Monday morning. We will be back next Monday. Adam, are we back next Monday, or do you have some art thing, or you're traveling?
I don't know. I think that will be.
Okay, we'll be back. And Vicky will be here, and then and soon you're going to be in Korea. It'll be nighttime where you are.
Yeah.
Don't be so.
So I'll be here
when you
next
see
week
that,
anyway. But after that,
Huh?
we'll see.
Let's-
I'll be
let's
here
just
next
try to
week, but
join
after that,
us.
we'll see.
We'll
Yeah.
see. Is that because you'll be in Korea?
Yeah.
For 3 months? Okay.
When we
You have to
record
see.
if it's live when we record now, it's too late there for me to do it. So we'll
Really? When we start the live show, it's too late?
yeah. Because I can't make noise past a certain time. So I'd have to.
You can't speak? They won't let you speak.
I mean, I could talk real soft.
Okay. Well, then for some fans, they may really like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I have to restrain myself. A, not to laugh, and B, not to yell at
Yeah.
Steven. So I mean, I
Yeah,
guess I
well,
could.
that'd be a really fun show for me. So I'm going to say tons of stuff. Anyway,
He's like,
everybody,
yes.
thank you for watching. You can catch us live every Monday. The rebroadcast is on Tuesday, and you can get the podcasts wherever you get your podcasts by looking under Two Old Farts Making Noises, Adam on the Eve. And you can listen to the podcast if you don't want to look at our beautiful faces. And you can hear us talk this week about imagination, manifestation, and magical thinking. As always, Adam, it's a pleasure to see you, my friend. Vicky, it's always good to see you.
Of course you do.
All the fans love you. I'm not kidding. Anytime Vicky's on the show, our ratings go skyrocketing. And when it's just Adam and I or David, nobody cares. So there you go.
Not true.
So, and we'll see everybody
they like
next week.
pretty girls.
I'm sure. Who doesn't like a pretty girl? So
I can imagine that no one.
I'm going to manifest one and then magical think it. So, bye, everybody.
I don't really
We'll see
care
y'all
about
next
pretty
week.
girls, but that you
Hey,
asked. Anyway,
I watched that one show where you and Rachel
Only
discussed
one.
you thought about pretty
Myself.
girls.
that was
So there
Rachel,
you-
not me.
Oh.
Rachel was on lesbian
Okay.
TikTok. Anyway,
All right. Well, we'll have a talk about that
bye.
one day. All right, kids. Cheers.
Bye bye.